Good morning and welcome to the Perkins Garages YouTube channel for an MG ZS Excite walk around video. Before we do get started, if you are enjoying the Perkins Garages YouTube content, hit the subscribe button and never miss a minute of it ever again. This here is a Hoxton Orange MG ZS Excite featuring the 1 litre GDI engine producing 111 PS of power. That 111 PS of power is then transmitted through a beautiful automatic gearbox. The vehicle is registered on a 72 registration, meaning you've got MG warranty until November 2029. The vehicle itself is only had 2,500 miles, so very low mileage, and in fantastic condition with some fantastic spec. So let me take the time to walk you around this lovely vehicle. So look how good the colour looks as well. Big fan. Okay, sorry. Remote central lock in, out my pocket. Click on the unlock button. And it's going to wake up. Well, I say it's going to wake up. It's not really going to do any of the above, is it? So we can see the indicators, and just below the indicators there, we have daytime running lights. Also, I haven't got the ignition or engine running, so they're not on at the moment. So they are daytime running lights. You've got some lovely SIAC LED technology lighting in there. So making our way around the front bumper now, you can see some lovely MG badging in the middle in the honeycomb style gloss black grille there. Moving our way around, we approach the offside front wheel where we can see some glorious 17-inch alloy wheels. So they're like a diamond cut design. It's got the silver shiny face with the gloss black just behind. They really do look amazing. So we've got some Maxxis tyres as standard on there, and again we're only doing 2,500 miles of work. They are like new. Just a quick look up into the windscreen quickly. This vehicle does come with automated lights, so the sun goes down, the moon comes up, your lights come on. Let's take a step back now and start to look around the body. You might have saw it earlier, but we do have power folding and heated door mirrors. On the door handle here, if I just zoom out quickly, we have a little button. So as long as you've got the key in your pocket or in your handbag or wherever, you're able to lock and unlock the vehicle via your button on the door handle. So it's a very convenient system. If you've got your hands full, you need to gain entry to the vehicle, just click on the button, just like so. Brilliant. So look north once more. If I lose the zoom quickly, we have roof rails there, so if you do intend to put a roof box on, nice and easy to do indeed. We're approaching the offside rear of the vehicle now, and this is where I'm going to show you just how lovely all the bodywork is. So I'm going to start nice and high, and I'm going to shimmy the camera along the offside of the vehicle, showing you just how beautiful it all is. And we'll link that round to the offside rear wheel. And again, we've got some discs on the back here for those that are interested. Moving around the rear bumper, we have rear parking sensors to assist you with your parking requirements. If I just zoom out quickly, I'll show you the whole rear. I'm going to move that round. The LED rear lights as well. Can I wake them up with the key? Not really. Not really. Anyway, got some lovely lights on the rear of this vehicle. So at the near side rear corner now, so we're going to do the exact same as we did before. Unfortunately it's a bit dark around this side, don't have so much sunshine, but hopefully that gives you a good idea of the body. So this is now the near side rear wheel. Good look at that. And we'll follow the chrome strip all the way down to the near side front wheel. So these do have a TPMS sensor system, which is a tyre pressure monitoring system. So when your tyre pressures get low, you'll get a alert on the dashboard, and equally you can view your tyre pressures live and on the screen. These LSs come with a lovely electronic power steering rack, and what that means for you, the end user, is you have 3 selectable steering modes. So whether it's urban, dynamic or normal, you can adjust your steering to the type of driving you're doing, which is a really nice feature that I don't think gets talked about enough. Okay, so the MG clasp there doubles up as a release point for the rear boot. So if we open that up, that exposes a gigantic rear boot. These are really perfect family cars, especially if you've got buggies. I can get wheelchairs in the back here, not a problem. Dogs, anything you like. Underneath the boot liner there is a tyre compressor and sealant kit to keep you going in the right direction. I'll just show you this quickly. So the boot liner actually pops up like that. So you can have more storage underneath, like so. Or when you fold the seats down flat, it gives you a nice flat entry all the way through. So it's very nice for your longer objects. So very well thought out design. So that is the exterior and the boot taken care of. So let's have a look inside the rear. Okay, I need to unlock the vehicle because obviously I use keyless entry. It locks the vehicle after a period of time. So starting on the door cards, so we've got some really lovely like synthetic leather on there with like a carbon fibre style, and you've got some gorgeous red stitching. This theme continues throughout the vehicle. So the Excite comes with a cloth interior, so it's a dark charcoal with a cross stitch pattern, if you like, on the lower base, like so. We have two ISOFIX seats, so the near side rear, the left hand rear and the right hand rear. You can clip the kiddies ISOFIX seats, keeping them nice and secure. When they're a bit older and they've got iPads and iPhones and you're on long journeys, you want to keep them quiet, we have two USBs at the back there to keep their devices nice and charged up. But I've noticed this vehicle's already got mats in it, so you don't have to worry about that at a later date. So that's the rear. Now we're left with the front. So on the driver's door card, we've got that beautiful carbon fibre on the door card there. 4 electric windows with a window lock for the rear there. Interior locking is found just next to the door handle. Spin the camera around. Again, this is the driver and the passenger seat. Very well padded, very well put together. They're a comfortable seat. As you can see, you've got a nice support there for the lower back. And it's a manually controlled seat, so you've got a rear tilt adjustment, a height adjustment, and a forward and back just there as well. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle. You might hear a bit of distortion on my microphone, so just bear with me for a second. Okay, so now inside the vehicle. This vehicle features a button push start stop. So foot on the brake, click that button, the light goes green, the vehicle is powered. So we're looking at the driver's display, and it's an analog system, but I'll just tell you the exact mileage, which is 2,563. So the left hand side of the display is your speedo. So you've got miles per hour around the outside, and in the middle we have kilometres an hour. The two little lights on at the moment is a one for your parking brake and one for a seatbelt warning sign. At the bottom we have a fuel gauge, and on the right hand side we have the RPM times 1000. At the bottom is a coolant temperature sensor, and in the middle we have a digital driver display. I can control that digital driver display using the arrows on the right hand side of the steering wheel. If I was just to zoom in quickly, I'll show you around that whilst we're here. So please note the green menu toggle at the top, so currently on car settings, so we can go through. We've got range to empty, we have a trip computer, a current journey, accumulated total, instantaneous fuel consumption, got battery voltage, live tyre pressure system that I mentioned earlier, and back to the digital speedo. Go right from there, we have different settings such as a speed warning and next service, and in the information, no faults on the vehicle. So that's about the screen. Again, arrows on the right hand side of the steering wheel control that menu. We have a programmable start button and a voice command button. Fantastic with the infotainment system, so you can use Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and that will activate Siri or Google Assistant. The left hand side we have media controls, so you've got a volume up and down, a previous and next song, and a mute button in the middle. Just below it we have a phone function, so pick up and decline phone calls, and SRC is the different input sources into the infotainment screen. What I've noticed, this little lever down here, this is for the cruise control, so it's a very, very nice system to use. So Ford do it on the steering wheel here, MG is just behind. So you'll kind of find yourself when you're on a motorway, you're kind of resting here. It's very easy just to engage it, and as you're holding the steering wheel, you can knock it upwards, upwards to increase in increments of 5 miles per hour, or downwards to decrease. Long press it, that will increase by 1 mile an hour at a time, or decrease by 1 mile an hour at a time. When you're done with the system, push the lever away and you're back in control. But it's a fantastic system. If you're doing miles on the motorway, it keeps your revs constant, so it's very good for your MPG. So if you're not using it, start using it. Okay, we'll look down here quickly. We have an electronic handbrake and a button there for auto hold, so it's like a temporary handbrake if you like. And this is the gear selector, so your standard, but we do also have like a semi-automatic function. When you pop the selector to the right hand side, you can go up or down the gearbox accordingly. Just in front, hill descent control, traction control on and off, and stop start on and off. We have a 12 volt socket and 2 USB A's, so they've got 4 USBs on this vehicle in total, but the one on the left hand side is predominantly for your CarPlay, so that is a media port. Okay, so if we look up quickly and we can show you around the infotainment screen. Left hand side is where all your media is found. So you've got your DAB, FM, AM radio, you've got your Bluetooth music there, and also audio at the bottom. We've got a home button just to the left hand side of this toggle, and that will return you back to square one. In here we have a multitude of different car settings, like I mentioned earlier, driving and maintenance, your 3 individual steering modes. In the heating, ventilation and air conditioning, otherwise known as HVAC, this is where you control all the different flows of vents, air conditioning, recirculation, fan speeds at the bottom and temperature controls at the bottom right hand side. So that's a quick tour around this lovely MG ZS in Hoxton Orange. I'm a big fan, it's a very well laid out car. So thanks for watching, thanks for taking the time. If you did have any questions, leave the comments below or get in touch using the number 01376 550 899. Thank you, and we'll speak to you soon.